Hello everyone, Jonathan Schlack, EAS&Weather here, with a severe weather update. First off, I'm still a little congested, so just bear with me here in the video, but I don't feel as bad as last night, so I'm able to do the video today. Anyway, we have a slight risk today that encompasses central and southeastern Minnesota, west central Wisconsin, and north central and northwestern Iowa. We have a marginal today that encompasses parts of Kansas, eastern Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota, northern Missouri, much of Iowa, northwestern Illinois, central, southwestern, and northwestern Wisconsin, and western and northern Minnesota. Going over here, we have a margin risk over here as well today that encompasses far southwestern Pennsylvania, the eastern half of West Virginia, much of North Carolina, most of Virginia, Washington, D.C., and the western half of Maryland. Going to the tornado threat now. We have a 5% chance of an isolated tornado today that encompasses parts of central Minnesota and west central Wisconsin. We have a 2% chance of an isolated tornado today that encompasses most of Minnesota, central and north central Iowa, and western Wisconsin. Going to the wind, we have a 15% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today that encompasses central, south central, and southeastern Minnesota, north central and northwestern Iowa, and west central Wisconsin. We have a 2% chance of damaging wind gusts, 5% chance, don't like to say 2, but anyway. We have a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today that encompasses parts of Kansas, eastern Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota, northern Missouri, most of Iowa, northwestern Illinois, central, southwestern, and northwestern Wisconsin, and western and northern Minnesota. Going over here, we have a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today that encompasses far southwestern Pennsylvania, the eastern half of West Virginia, most North Carolina, most of Virginia, Washington, D.C., and western half of Maryland. Going to the hail for today, we have a 15% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger today that encompasses central, south central, and southeastern Minnesota, north central and northwestern Iowa, and west central Wisconsin. We have a 5% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger today that encompasses north central and northeastern Kansas, eastern Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota, northern Missouri, most of Iowa, northwestern Illinois, southwestern, central, and northwestern Wisconsin, and western and northern Minnesota. Going over here, we have a 5% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger today that encompasses far southwestern Pennsylvania, the eastern half of West Virginia, most of Virginia, Washington, D.C., the western half of Maryland, and most of North Carolina. So, going to the summary for today, severe thunderstorms are expected across the upper and middle Mississippi Valley to the Central Plains. A few severe storms also will be possible over portions of the Mid-Atlantic region, so that's today's outlook. Going to the Day 2 outlook now, we have a marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow that encompasses east central Missouri, most of Illinois, most of Indiana, most of Michigan, the northern half of Ohio, and far northwestern corner of Pennsylvania. So, there is no tornado threat for tomorrow, which is good news, so there is no tornado threat for tomorrow. So, Storm Prediction Center does not have any tornado threat for tomorrow. Going to the wind for tomorrow, we have a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher tomorrow that encompasses east central Missouri, most of Illinois, most of Indiana, most of Michigan, northern half of Ohio, and the far northwestern corner of Pennsylvania. Going to the hail for tomorrow, we have a 5% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger tomorrow that encompasses east central Missouri, most of Illinois, most of Michigan, most of Indiana, northern half of Ohio, and the far northwestern corner of Pennsylvania. Going to the summary for tomorrow, Strong and locally severe storms can be possible from Lake Huron and Erie southwestward into the Midwest Friday, which is tomorrow. So stay safe in the affected areas with today and tomorrow, even in the marginal risk areas. So I will have another update tomorrow. Take care.